Hello guys, in this tutorial we're going to be talking about how you could actually increase the efficiency of your battery, or should I say the capacity of your battery, to suit the, the requirement for your appliances. Because we don't usually have a particular battery that would actually have the exact rating that you have if you're making some kind of large installation. So you wouldn't have a specific battery with that one rating. So you're going to need to have a way of connecting batteries, more than one batteries together, to actually get to your system voltage. So in this video I'm going to be showing you how. Please stay tuned and watch the video to the end. Now, as we all know, our basic connections, which are the series parallel connection. So in this case, we have these two batteries which we're going to be connecting in series. And as we all know, in series, like I said in my last video, when connecting solar panels together, it's the same way you do it. A series connection is going to be a series connection, whether you're connecting panel together or you're connecting batteries. So just like we have there, you're going to connect a negative terminal to a positive terminal of the other, of one battery to the positive terminal of one to a negative terminal of the other. And then at the end of the day, you'll be left with two ends. One is positive and the other is negative, as you can see here. So in a situation whereby you want to increase the voltage of your system, perhaps you have a load of, say, or 24 volt, and what you have in the market is 12 volt, but you have a load of 24 volt at 100 ampere. So how do you achieve? You have to connect two or more panels together. In this case, to achieve 24 volt, you have to connect 12 volts together. Like we said, in a series connection, the voltage will always add up, but the current would remain the same. The current will remain the same. That is, the battery ampere will be the same in series. So the current would remain the same, but the voltage will be increased. So whenever you want to increase your load voltage and not the current, you connect your system in what? In series. In series. So take for example here, if we want to connect, we have a load of 12 volt, we connect a 12 volt battery at 100 ampere. But what happens in a case where we have a 24 volt of load? So we need to connect two 12 volt batteries together, so that the sum of two will be 12 plus 12 gives us 24. So now we can connect our larger load of 24 volt at 100 ampere. So this is a series connection. So in a series connection, you make such connections when you want to increase your load voltage, the voltage system, the system voltage actually. Another way we can connect the batteries together is the parallel connection. The parallel connection, we connect terminal to terminal, like terminals, positive to positive and negative to negative. So in this case, what you expect to have is positive to positive connection and a negative to negative connection. That's a parallel connection. So then, a negative to a negative connection and a positive to a positive connection. Then you say you have connected the panel in what? In parallel. So this is how the connection is. Then you make extensions to connect to whatever appliance or load you want to connect to the system. You just make extension from the negative terminal, which you have connected together, and the positive terminal, which you have connected together. Now, in this case, the voltage remains the same. You are looking to what? To increase the current. So in parallel connection, voltage are increased, are the same, and the current is what? Is add up. So there is an increment in current and and the voltage remains the same. So the battery ampere will be added in parallel connection, and the voltage would remain the same. So take for example, if we have a load of 5 ampere at 12 volt. So we connect a 12 volt battery but of 100 ampere. So the load requires only 5 ampere to run, and the battery is 12 load 100 ampere. So if we want to connect to increase the number of hours this load would stay on, in this case a bulb will stay on, we divide the ampere rating of the battery, which is 100, divide by the ampere rating of the bulb, which is 5. So having divided that, you have 20 hours of constant supply to the load. So the bulb will be on for 20 hours. So imagine if you were to connect two batteries in parallel of the same rating, 12 volt, 100 ampere, the ampere increases to 200, which means you have increased the backup time of these load. So it's going to be 200 ampere divided by 5 ampere supply of the bulb. Now it's going to be what? 40 hours of constant supply of light to the bulb. So another very important connection is the parallel and series connection, which is the most efficient and the most reliable connection if you are to connect a system of a very sophisticated system, or a system that requires much more voltage and current. So you can imagine you use a series parallel connection. In a series parallel connection, not only are you increasing the current, but you are increasing the voltage. And how do you do this connection? You connect two different batteries in what? In series. And as such, when you connect them in series, you are expected to have at one end of the battery a positive terminal, at the other end of the second battery a negative terminal. So when you then connect the two ends of the two batteries above to the two ends of the two battery below, then you have what is called a series parallel connection. So you have increased the voltage, as such also increase the current. So now if you have a load of 24 volt, you have supplied 24 volt, and you have also increased the backup time. So now the load would receive its required voltage of 24 volt, but also its number of backup time, the number of hours it will spend on, would be also increased, because you have connected the panels the batteries in parallel, even after having connected them in series. So you increase the backup time, and the voltage would also increase. And this brings us to the end of this tutorial. If you like this video, please do not forget to hit the subscription button, and of course turn on your notifications for when next I post a new video. Thank you so much, and bye bye.